Good morning to everyone, and I would like to just take this opportunity to welcome you to this significant event as the Ministry of Health celebrates the 5th anniversary of the launch of the St. Kitts and Nevis Moves, better known as the SKN Moves initiative. With me, I have some colleagues from the SKN Moves Committee, along with our Ministry of Health advisor, Dr. Patrick Martin, joining me at the head table this morning. Just allow me an opportunity to introduce each of them. On my immediate left, I have our lead for physical activity in SKN Moves, Mr. Wayne Clark. Next to him, we have our lead for health screening, Mrs. Novelia Rollins-Wusu. On my immediate right, we have the advisor, Dr. Patrick Martin, for the Ministry of Health.
Good morning.
Next to him, we have our Nevis chapter lead for the SKN Moves, Ms. Sheila James.
Morning.
And then we have our healthy eating lead, Mrs. Latoya Matthew Duncan, Nutrition Surveillance Coordinator in the Ministry of Health.
Morning.
It is indeed a pleasure for us to be here this morning to share with you the accomplishments of the SKN Moves program and the plans we have to improve and scale up our engagement with the public. It is my hope that this exercise this morning will bring to light the significant work being done by the SKN Moves program on both islands, and will encourage the public to become part of this movement. Allow me to begin by stating a fact. Non-communicable diseases are the leading cause of death in our federation. They account for over 80% of all deaths and disability. These conditions, including cardiovascular diseases, cancers, diabetes, and chronic respiratory diseases, and their common risk factors, unhealthy diet, lack of physical activity, tobacco use, and harmful use of alcohol, not only impose severe health consequences on individuals and families, but also threaten to overwhelm our health system and hinder our socio-economic development. Over 15 years ago, the CARICOM heads of government held the first ever summit on NCDs and issued the Port of Spain Declaration, uniting to stop the epidemic of chronic NCDs. CARICOM member states recognized that moving the region's progress towards achieving the Port of Spain Declaration commitments and their national targets required re-examining the strategies employed and scaling up their response to NCDs. In May 2018, CARICOM Ministers of Health were introduced to an exciting initiative, Jamaica Moves, by Honorable Dr. Christopher Tufton, Minister of Health, Jamaica. Having examined the Jamaica Moves initiative, CARICOM Ministers of Health agreed on its suitability for adoption on a region-wide basis, not to replace, but to increase the momentum of ongoing national programs for increasing physical activity and healthy eating across the society. St. Kitts and Nevis Moves is a direct result of this initiative. On August 19, 2019, SKN Moves was launched out of a recognition that combating NCDs requires more than just medical interventions. It demands a comprehensive approach that includes public education, community involvement, and the promotion of healthy lifestyles. Our program is built on 3 pillars: increased physical activity, healthier eating habits, and regular health checks. These pillars are designed to empower every citizen to take control of their health and contribute to a healthier, more vibrant St. Kitts and Nevis. Over the past 5 years, SKN Moves has implemented a variety of initiatives that have had a profound impact on our community. Allow me to highlight some of these accomplishments. In collaboration with the Ministry of Education in 2019, the Move Your Body Fitness Challenge was held targeting our youth, engaging primary and high school students in fitness activities. The aim of the initiative was to instill the importance of physical activity from a young age, promoting long-term health benefits. In 2020, we launched the Get Moving Challenges, which encouraged increased physical activity across different segments of our society. This included implementing a series of physical activity events such as health walks, the 10K charity run and walk launched in 2021, and soca-size events held each year at the end of the Caribbean Wellness Week. These fostered a culture of fitness and engaged the community in active living. The Healthy Business Challenge, also launched in 2020, is another significant accomplishment. This initiative encourages workplaces to adopt healthier lifestyle practices and has seen increased participation each year. Currently, 6 businesses are registered for this year's challenge, all fighting towards dethroning the Eastern Caribbean Central Bank, who, for the past 3 years, has retained the designation as National Healthy Business. This challenge has been instrumental in promoting health and wellness in the workplace. Our annual 7-week campaign runs from August to September, culminating with Caribbean Wellness Week. Each week focuses on different aspects of healthy living, from breastfeeding to healthy drinking to self-care and management. This campaign has been pivotal in raising awareness and encouraging the public to make healthier lifestyle choices. Regular health screenings are also crucial to detecting health issues early. Our Health Tours program has brought health screenings to various communities, making these essential services available to all. We conduct screenings for blood pressure, blood sugar, BMI, and more, providing critical information and support for our citizens. Finally, public education is at the heart of SKN Moves. Through media campaigns, cooking shows, and community vlogs, we have reached thousands of individuals, teaching them about healthy eating and the importance of regular exercise and how to manage their chronic conditions. The In Your Kitchen cooking show, for instance, has been a resounding success, offering practical demonstrations on preparing healthy, delicious meals. So how do we move forward? As we celebrate this milestone, we are also looking to the future with renewed vigor and commitment. Here are some of the plans we have in store. We are excited to highlight the walking trails in St. Kitts, which the Ministry of Health team and friends have already begun exploring. Our aim is to have these trails branded with healthy messages from the SKN Moves campaign, providing safe and accessible areas for physical activity. This initiative aims to reduce the number of persons with sedentary lifestyles and decrease the risk of chronic health conditions. We also plan to enhance community engagement through partnerships with local organizations, churches, schools, and businesses. By fostering a sense of collective responsibility, we aim to create a supportive environment where healthy choices are encouraged and facilitated. We plan to establish a healthy faith-based challenge for all faith-based organizations. This initiative will engage faith communities in promoting health and wellness, fostering a supportive environment where members can encourage each other to make healthier lifestyle choices. Soon, we will also be launching the SKN Moves Ambassador Program, which will involve key figures in our community promoting health and wellness. Ambassadors will play a vital role in encouraging participation in SKN Moves activities and sharing their own personal wellness journeys to inspire others. Recognizing the importance of mental and social health, SKN Moves will seek to increase its focus on these areas. By integrating mental and social health initiatives into the program, we will reinforce the comprehensive approach to health promotion. The success of SKN Moves over the past 5 years is a testament to what we can achieve when we come together as a community. It reflects our collective commitment to building a healthier, stronger St. Kitts and Nevis. I extend my heartfelt gratitude to all of our partners, volunteers, and participants who have made this journey possible. I would like to highlight some of our partners: the Ministries of Education, Sports, and Labor, Lake Health and Well-Being, and our past sponsors, the National Caribbean Insurance, the Social Security Board, and the St. Kitts, Nevis, and Anguilla National Bank, TDC, and RAMS. Your contributions enhance the program's ability to provide its services. I would also like to extend my heartfelt gratitude to the SKN Moves Committee. Your dedication and innovative thinking have been instrumental in the success of this initiative. Over the past 5 years, your commitment to promoting health and wellness in our federation has transformed lives and built a stronger and healthier community. Your hard work and passion have not gone unnoticed, and it is because of your contributions that we celebrate this milestone today. Thank you for your service and for making SKN Moves a signal of hope and health for all of St. Kitts and Nevis. As we move forward, let us remember that the fight against NCDs is ongoing. It requires continuous effort, commitment, and innovation. Together, we can ensure that we build a healthier St. Kitts and Nevis. Thank you so very much. At this time, I would like to introduce each of our leads for the pillars of SKN Moves to just share what their area is doing for the program. I would like to begin with the Healthy Eating lead, Mrs. Latoya Matthew Duncan.
Thank you very much, Dr. Carty. A pleasant good morning to everyone, to the listening audience, as well as those here in the studio with us. It's an extreme pleasure being here this morning for this press conference as we celebrate 5 years for SKN Moves. Now, when we look at healthy eating, I think many times persons ask themselves this question: what food should I eat? And persons tend not to focus on other individuals who they are responsible for feeding. And so for this SKN Moves 6 weeks activities, I will be focusing on breastfeeding for the first week, because guess what? Breastfeeding is food. There isn't a simpler definition for breast milk than saying it is food. So during the first week of August, we'll be focusing our efforts on breastfeeding, celebrating Breastfeeding Week, which is scheduled from the 1st to the 7th of August. And annually, we do some activities that are continuous Specifically, annually within St. Kitts and Nevis, we award mothers who have successfully breastfed exclusively, which in they fed their baby nothing but breast milk for their first 6 months of life. Nothing but breast milk, no water, no cereals, no porridges, nothing, just breast milk from the breast. Dr. Carty wouldn't allow me to say anything else on that.
No.
So, yes, so just, so we have several activities as relates to breast milk for that first week. Of course, we will be having the official opening, which would be on August 1st. Then we will be engaging the public in St. Kitts and Nevis by a session that is known as Stop and Chat. So we'll be in various areas in St. Kitts and Nevis, stopping random individuals and discussing breastfeeding with them. Maybe man, woman, even child, we engage in everybody. Because the idea is to make breastfeeding normal again. It happens naturally, and it really is supposed to be normal. So the aim is to normalize breastfeeding in St. Kitts and Nevis. So we will be having this session known as Stop and Chat. Additionally, we thank a nursing mom, and that is our breastfeeding champions. And these are the ladies who I spoke about initially, the mothers who have breastfed for 6 months exclusively from all the health centers in St. Kitts and Nevis. One mom is selected annually and is rewarded for her support and efforts in breastfeeding. We also have quite a few breastfeeding videos with local actors that were produced over the years, and we actually have some that are in production currently, and we'll be sharing those with the general public. You'll be able to see them at various areas in St. Kitts and Nevis, including the ferry terminal, different eateries, etc. And of course, we'll also be making different appearances on different shows. So I know the public is saying, well, that's it, and no, that is not it. Additionally, for the 6 weeks period, we also have a challenge known as Lose It to Win It, Weight Loss and Wellness Challenge. So this challenge not only focuses on encouraging persons to get a healthy weight and to maintain it, but it also will be educating individuals on overall health, ensuring that it's an optimal endeavor. So we will be teaching persons as relates to healthy eating. We'll be having virtual meetings with the participants, individuals. The sign-up sheet, the link for persons to sign up will be distributed soon, and persons will be encouraged to come to the Ministry of Health once you have signed up for initial weigh-in, which would be your first weigh-in, and this was scheduled to take place between the 5th and the 8th of August from 8:30 to 3:30 daily. So the initial weigh-in will take place at the Ministry of Health at Bladen's Development during the period of August 5th to the 8th. You come and you get your initial weight, and the final weigh-in will be scheduled for the 23rd to the 26th of September. So during that period, however, you will be able to have assistance to help you to manage your way through wellness. So it's not only about the weight loss, but it's also encouraging persons to adopt a healthier lifestyle, looking at diet as well as physical activity. So I'm encouraging and imploring everybody to sign up for this first channel and take a step towards a healthier and a better you. Make it a family effort, a friend's effort, a work effort, whatever group you are involved in, just make it that effort. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Duncan. We'll now introduce Mr. Wayne Clark, our physical activity lead.
Good morning, everyone, the persons out there. Physical activity, the importance of physical activity. When it comes to your skeletal muscle and the whole way in which your body functions, physical activity is one of the ways of helping to preserve a healthier lifestyle. Nutrition, as my colleague spoke about earlier, is one aspect, but the understanding of why we should do more physical activity in terms of moving, it's in the sense of making sure that we do these things when it comes to the body. The lymphatic system gets to work, and if you don't know what the lymphatic system is, it is one of the systems in the body that helps get rid of waste through sweat, breathing, stuff, urination, pooping, stuff like that. And then also we have to look at the endocrine system as well when it comes to physical activity. So physical activity, when it comes to the growth hormones in the body, as we not only do walks, we want to emphasize more on strength training as a form of physical activity. Because when we do strength training, it does a lot more for the body than just a casual walk. If we're going to do walks, then we can do stuff like, inclines, stuff like that, that can challenge the body more. In terms of the SKN Move 5-year anniversary, from the physical activity standpoint, we have videos that we will be launching at that time, which would be for persons who are in different ranges when it comes to being physical. So we have stuff that is for everyone, and we would definitely appeal to everyone that start moving. We heard of NCDs and all these things that happen, cancers, those stuff, radicals that lives in the body, toxins, all these things. Physical activity is one of the ways of making sure that we are able to deal with that. We also have the healthy business challenge obstacle course. As Dr. Cathy spoke about the different businesses that have signed on with the SKN Move, this is something new that we are adding this year, and we want to get more businesses, more people on board in terms of being a part of this whole thing. We have also a 10K treasure hunt. Normally we do a regular treasure hunt, but this year we add a little twist to it where we would use some of our national areas where we would put different clues and stuff like that to make it a little bit more exciting. That pretty much sums it up for what we have this year. At the end of the SKN Move 7-week activity, we also have the Soca Fitness, which we would also have as well. But as time go by, we would increase and do more when it comes to physical activity and making sure that we are able to do a lot more in that sense. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Mr. Clark. And now we have Mrs. Novelia Rollins-Wusu, our health tours or health screening lead.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Dr. Cathy. Good morning to our listening fans out there. Health screening is a vital part of the SKN Move pillars. And so what we want to achieve through health screening, we want to capture early, we want to treat early, thus reducing the incidence of NCDs in our federation. As we were reminded this morning that NCDs is one of the leading factors that lead to death in St. Kitts and Nevis. So what we want to do is to allow persons the opportunity to know where they are on the health continuum line in terms of your blood pressure, your blood sugar, your proteinuria, your BMI, which is your weight, your height, your waist and hip ratios, and all of this along with our other pillars like healthy eating and fitness in moving helps to holistically provide for our people here in St. Kitts and Nevis. So we've been in business places. We've been a part of the Healthy Business Challenge, where businesses will sign on, and when they sign on to SKN Moves, health screening is one of the components that is offered. So we're encouraging businesses out there to come on board, join SKN Moves in health screenings, healthy eating, and moving. We're also planning on going into our communities. All around the island, we want to get into our various communities. So look out for us. And when we're in your community, come out, participate, know your health status. And we, as my colleague said earlier, we want to move direct to our faith-based entities. We want to get into our churches. We want to able to motivate you to move, to eat healthier, and to know your health status. So health screening is one of the important components of the SKN Moves program.
Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much, Ms. Russell. At this time, we'll go across the water because St. Kitts is a federation, St. Kitts and Nevis, and we do have SKN Moves activities on our sister island of Nevis. So I would like to introduce Ms. Sheila James, who is the lead for the SKN Moves Nevis chapter.
Thank you, Dr. Carty. Good morning, everybody, our listening audiences and our guests in the studio. I'm Sheila James, coordinator for the SKN Moves Nevis chapter. Thank you for joining us today. I'd like to share with you the journey and the future of our chapter. History and establishment. The SKN Moves Nevis chapter was established on the 10th of October 2019 by the then Minister of Health, Honourable Hazel Brandy. Since then, we've grown significantly, making impactful strides towards healthier lifestyles within our communities. Our team, a very small but dedicated committee, consists of 4 committee members: Dijon Liebert, responsible for Red Cross Logistics and Media Platform; Chris Clark manages logistics and volunteers; Thea Claxton, our invaluable volunteer; and myself as coordinator. I oversee the planning and the execution of all our events. 2024 events calendar. We are excited to announce our comprehensive lineup of 12 events for 2024. So in January 2024, we had the Half Island Run Relay. February, the first quarter of our health screening program. March, the 2-mile bike relay. March, the 5K bike sprint relay. April, the 3rd edition of the Aquafonathlon. It's a children's mini triathlon event in partnership with the Nevis Aquatic and Sailing Centre. May, we had the 2nd quarter of our health screening program. August, 3rd edition of the Nevis Knockout Obstacle Course Challenge. In October, we'll have the 6th edition of the Half Island Walk Relay. November, our 2nd cooking and quiz competition to reduce NCDs. And November, we'll have the 4th health screening program. December, in light of our 5th year anniversary, we're going to be hosting our appreciation and awards ceremony. Significant event. Our significant event, the Half Island Walk, is now approaching its 6th edition this October 2024. This event has been a cornerstone in promoting physical fitness and community spirit. The challenges. We face a huge void as we do not have a budget. We are heavily dependent on sponsorships, and without these we are literally running on fumes and goodwill. The Ministry of Health has always assisted wherever they can, and we are very grateful for their support. Our ethos and objectives is bringing about healthy lifestyle choices through healthier diet, fitness, mental integrity and fun. In 2023, we introduced the Health Passport to our regular athletes. This initiative aims to test the theory that physical fitness does not necessarily equate to internal health. We are gathering data and we will share our findings at the end of the 2nd year of this study in early 2025. The impact and importance. We recognise the importance of reducing non-communicable diseases and their impact on our workforce and economy. By fostering healthier lifestyle choices, we aim to improve the overall well-being of our community and by extension, enhance productivity and economic stability. Acknowledgements. We'd like to extend our heartfelt thanks to the Ministry of Health and Nevis for their continued support in our endeavours to reduce the rate of NCDs in the Federation, particularly in Nevis. You can stay connected. We've developed our SKN Moves Nevis chapter Facebook page where you can stay updated with our activities and events. You can find us on Facebook, SKN Moves Nevis chapter. And in closing, thank you for your attention, continued support, and we look forward to your participation in our events and initiatives. Together we can make a difference in the Federation, a healthier and happier place. Thank you.
Thank you so very much, Sheila. Now we're just going to go into a few announcements before we allow Dr. Martin to declare our anniversary celebrations open. Earlier this year, we held a slogan competition for the anniversary activities for 2024. Miss Janaya France of grade 5 Beach Allen was emerged as the winner of that slogan competition. And so going forward for our anniversary activities, our slogan is, every moment counts to a healthier you. Health checks, diet, and exercise. Get in the groove with SKN Moves. So we'd like to congratulate Ms. Janaya France for her efforts and for winning the slogan competition. This year, we also held our SKN Moves jingle competition, and that winner is Mr. Cleon Richardson of Kamari Music. Mr. Richardson actually wrote, produced, and performed the SKN Moves jingle, and at this time, we will play that jingle for you.
We exercising every day, we eating healthy every day, enjoying life all the way, all the way, all the way. Time to step up, it's time for a checkup. Call your doctor, dentist, today, 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 today. We exercising every day, we eating healthy every day, enjoying life all the way, all the way, all the way. Time to step up, it's time for a checkup. Call your doctor, dentist.
Thank you so very much. Did you start to move while you were listening to that jingle? I'm sure everybody else in here as well started tapping their feet a bit. So we would like to thank and congratulate Mr. Cleon Richardson for that jingle, and that will be our SKN Moves jingle going forward. Additionally, I would like to announce that we do have our SKN Moves anniversary events calendar. This has been created so that the general public will have an idea of our events coming up over the next 7 weeks, starting from July 24th with our Wellness Forum, and then going all the way down to September 20th, which is our anniversary finale, with the SKN Move Soca Size. So the landing page should be up on the screen, and the website should also be up on the screen. Also, you will be able to access the events calendar via the sknmoves.kn website. At this time, I would like to turn our attention to Dr. Patrick Martin, who will bring to us our remarks.
Thank you, Dr. Carty, and good morning. Greetings to the head table and to the listening and viewing audience. I am standing in for Permanent Secretary, Curtis Martin, and by extension, Minister of Health and Prime Minister, Dr. Terence Jew. It is an honor to participate in the official commemoration of the 5th anniversary of SKN Moves, and to pause to congratulate Janaya France of Beach Allen for winning the slogan competition. Indeed, Beach Allen is on a winning streak. 5 years ago, SKN Moves was conceptualized as a force for good and a strategy, meaning that it is inspired by compassion for others and it is results-based. Proof of performance is seen in the menu of services, the benefits and the value added to lives and livelihoods to individuals, groups, and the nation. In organizing an event like this, the SKN Moves High Command continues to tactfully show that the program is too big to fail. Why? Progress in our country is almost entirely dependent not on CBI, but on human capital, meaning the knowledge, skills, and health that people invest in and accumulate throughout their lives, enabling them to realize their full potential as productive members of society. That's a quote from the World Bank. The threats to knowledge, skills, and health are numerous and costly. For every dollar spent on healthcare in St. Kitts and Nevis, NCDs consume 40 to 50 cents. That's 40% to 50% out of every healthcare dollar. In 2010, the national spend for healthcare was EC, $200 per person per month. The current projection is $300 per person per month, estimated to reach $400 per person per month by 2030. Healthcare spending has doubled in 20 years, driven largely by the overconsumption of ultra-processed, quote-unquote, food and sugar-sweetened beverages, and also lack of physical activity generally. What is the point? The healthcare spending trajectory of St. Kitts and Nevis is increasing and a major concern. For example, JNF, the National Hospital, it costs about $5,700 per hour to keep open. One major trauma case consumes that and more. $5,700 per hour to keep open. The dialysis and chemotherapy units are chief cost centers, and the reports are that younger and younger persons are seeking care in those units. I'm speaking about persons like Dr. Cathy who are in their 30s. Some critical decisions are required now in order for the dance to pay for the lights tomorrow. One, there's personal responsibility for staying healthy. A healthy St. Kitts and Nevis will import less medications, saving the country tens of millions of dollars. Two, at the policy level, where resource decisions are finalized, we know that the total public and private expenditure for healthcare is now around 180 million EC dollars. How much more can St. Kitts and Nevis sustainably spend on healthcare? We are now at 180 million, plus or minus. Where is the funding to come from? How should the money be allocated between sickness care in hospital and wellness care in community health centers, in community engagement, in health promotion activities? Right now, the ratio between sickness care and wellness care, the spending ratio is 4 to 1. $4 to keep the hospital open, as opposed to $1 to keep the community centers open. There are those of us at this head table, myself included, who believe and are working towards right-sizing that ratio. In conclusion, SKN Moves is about wellness. Simply put, keeping people well and out of hospital. The media is a key partner in the messaging around services and spending priorities. We have to keep that debate uppermost in the minds of residents and citizens. It is a challenge we must undertake, but we can't do it alone. We do things in healthcare in conjunction with the OECS family, CARICOM, PAHO WHO, foundations, and allied nations. We are moving forward on the sustainable island state footing against considerable headwinds of the climate crisis, new and emerging infections of pandemic potential, addictions, depression, and people who are bent on making profit over people's health. SKN Moves is about systems planning and acting for sustainability and resilience. Many hands make light work. Put another way, teamwork divides the work and increases the likelihood of the results we need. Let SKN Moves continue to be a dynamic force in promoting health and well-being in our Federation. On behalf of the Honorable Minister of Health and Prime Minister Dr. Terence Drew, and with the permission of Permanent Secretary Curtis Martin and Dr. Carty, I now declare SKN Moves' 5th anniversary activities officially open. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much, Dr. Martin. And before we open the floor for any questions, I would just like to highlight our August 9th activity, which is the actual anniversary, 5th anniversary of SKN Moves. We'll be hosting the SKN Moves 5th Anniversary Summerfest Health Expo, which will be held in the Independence Square on August 9th. And this Health Expo is to showcase the 3 pillars of SKN Moves: healthy eating, physical activity, and health screening. And we will also be showcasing other various departments of the Ministry of Health and our health-related stakeholders. So please come on out on August 9th to the Independence Square. We will be there from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. and we will be showcasing our 3 pillars of SKN Moves, our Ministry of Health, and health-related stakeholders. Thank you so much. We will now open for any questions.
Just a few questions. What would, good morning again, Carla Berry, Zed Broadcasting Corporation. Just a few questions. For both teams on St. Kitts and on Nevis, what would you say has been the defining accomplishment for SKN Moves in relation to the fact that it is now 5 years? And secondly, several areas have been outlined for the future of SKN Moves. What is the foremost goal? What do you plan to accomplish first?
Okay. In terms of the first question, I would actually identify 2 things as our main accomplishments. The SKN Move Health Walks was one of the first activities that we implemented, and those activities grew over the over the 5 years that we were implementing them. As a matter of fact, we first started implementing the health walks only in August during the SKN Moves anniversary, but then we started implementing them as part of the Caribbean Wellness Week activities. And then we, after the SKN Moves was established, we started implementing the health walks around the SKN Moves anniversary, and a lot of persons came out and participated in those health walks. The other defining activity I would also add to that would be the establishment of the Healthy Business Challenge. I find that this year especially, now that more businesses and organizations are aware of the Healthy Business Challenge, they've actually come on and registered to participate in the Healthy Business Challenge. And we are actually now encouraging other businesses to do the same. This is a workplace health program that we have created. It focuses on 3 specific criteria: healthy eating, physical activity, and general wellness. There are a number of activities under each of those areas, and the businesses are encouraged to incorporate those activities into their everyday workplace activities. So far, the businesses that have been participating have been enjoying the being a part of the Healthy Business Challenge, and every year they look forward to participating. So I will identify those 2 as the main activities that stand out for us.
There's been many defining moments with SKN Moves Nevis chapter. I think, firstly, coming back to what you were saying, it was the walk. And we're now 6 years on with the walk, and we're still getting large numbers that turn out each year for the walk. And it's a half island walk. It's not just like up the road and around the bend. It's a full half island walk. And people come out year after year taking part in that event. So we know we're doing something right with that. That walk, above everything else that we do, is probably one of the easiest tasks that we've put out for persons, because when we started planning, we always said that we have to capture all 4 corners of Nevis. And we recognize that there are some people who will have different levels of fitness. So with the relay now, what we say to persons is you can come, you can run the relay as a solo, or you can do it as a team of 5. The idea is that you just do it. You could also start at any point on the 5 handovers, and you can finish from 1 to B. So from 1 to 2, and then you can continue if you want to. So for me, that was really good, because if we'd stuck with you have to complete the whole, nobody would do that. Not even I can do it. My job's usually just sat on the back of a truck handing out water and making sure everybody's safe and keeping links with the Red Cross if we have any incidences along the way. But it's been exceptional, and the fact that we're now going into the 6th year, well, the 5th, but the 6th walk is a huge accomplishment. The other defining moment was that we always look at adults and forget our youngsters. And so we introduced 3 years ago the Aquafunathlon, which is a mini triathlon for children. And we work in partnership with the Nevis Aquatic Sailing Centre at Awali. And that's been tremendous. It's about building confidence in the water for children and competing healthily. So that's been a really big deal for us. And that's continuing as well. The other thing I got to say is I don't know how we do it with no funding, but we do. We pull it off year after year. And I think it's because when we see people taking part in the activities and there's a drive that they want to do it next year, we find a way. And that's what's kept us going. So, yeah.
I find your question to be most valuable. I think, in addition to the defining accomplishments mentioned by colleagues, I think SKN Moves has been part of the strategy to put screening, the concept of screening, the benefit of screening, in the minds of our people, especially the men. Women go and get their screenings before SKN Moves and after SKN Moves. Available free in the 17 health centers, pap smears, breast exams. But something happened in Nevis when I was around more closely, called a prostate exam screening. Started first in Nevis. I was CMO, and I was skeptical that men are going to show up, bend over, and get a finger. I have a pediatrician finger, so okay. And I was pleasantly shocked. 600 plus. And then the screening was brought to St. Kitts. After the first year or two of jitters, such is the turnout that the parking extends from the screening site in the middle of Taylor's Range down Victoria Road. Which means that the girlfriends and wives and significant others have been driving the men to the screening. So this concept of screening, catching things early, treating things early, is catching a fire, and must continue. Should be probably regarded as an umbrella defining accomplishment. Where we need to go, the experts will tell you, but I have something. We have to go after the adolescents, the teenagers. We have some data which we're going to share, not on this program, but on another program, that's telling us that we really got to go after the teenagers.
Okay. So Dr. Martin actually took my thunder, because that is what I was going to share as where we needed to go. We have done the health screenings, but we saw the need of expanding what we do with health screening. So thank you, Dr. Martin, for mentioning that.
You have my support. Yeah.
But yeah, that is one of the reasons why Mrs. Wusu mentioned the fact that we'll now be taking the health screenings directly to the communities. So we started with businesses and organizations. We've done some churches as well, but we are looking now to go more into each community with the health screening drive in order to push that idea of early detection and knowing exactly where you are as it pertains to your status. Yep.
All right, so question to Mrs. Duncan. What can be done to get more persons to focus on healthier takeout options? You know, we can find fried chicken anywhere or a burger anywhere, but we can't find a salad anywhere.
So, no, that is something that we have been discussing quite a while in Ministry of Health, both in St. Kitts and Nevis, and multiple initiatives to help persons to not only look at those particular foods such as fried chicken versus taking a salad, but also sugar-sweetened beverages versus getting a beverage that's having less sugar. So we have been doing quite multiple activities as it relates to sugar-sweetened beverages, especially encouraging persons to use infused water if they have an issue with drinking water. Additionally, we do quite a bit of education sessions for the general public. We have multiple education sessions. Some of them are multi-layered, where we teach persons not only how to identify healthier options, because the options are there. It does not necessarily mean because you don't have a salad, it does not mean that no healthier option is there compared to fried chicken. So we do quite a bit of those education sessions within the general public. And so what we are encouraging persons to do, like Dr. Martin said, it's not only up to the Ministry of Health, but persons also have to be responsible for their health. So the resources are there, the individuals are there. What I'm encouraging persons to do is to reach out to us at the Ministry of Health to get more education sessions, to get screenings done, etc. That is what we can do.
Thank you so much.
Okay. Thank you so very much for your questions. And at this time, we would like to say thank you to our viewing audience and for those persons who are in the studio with us for joining us for this important event, sharing with you the SKN Moves program and the events that we have coming up for our 5th anniversary. And we do hope that you will participate in those events and become active members of the SKN Moves movement. Thank you so very much, and do enjoy the rest of your day.